Have you ever heard the phrase, just showing up is half the battle? In challenging times, your presence as a leader speaks volumes not only to your team, but also to your overall organization. It's not about having all the answers, it's about showing up and being there authentically and consistently when times get tough. Studies show that leaders who remain visible during crisis foster trust and resilience with their teams. And believe it or not, your presence can actually prevent the onset of toxicity in your work environment and promote a culture of transparency. Hello, and welcome back to Woman at Work. Today's topic is all about just showing up when things get tough. The one thing I encourage you to think about as we walk through the various benefits of being present during challenging times is the idea of embracing vulnerability. This is the time to admit when you're unsure and invite your team to co-collaborate on solutions. This collaborative approach not only addresses current challenges, but fosters team cohesion for the future. Remember, leadership is not about perfection, it is about presence. Show up, listen, collaborate, and lead with authenticity. Your team doesn't need a superhero, they need you in the trenches, helping them navigate these choppy waters by their side. During today's episode, we're going to address 3 key benefits of showing up and leading in a crisis. The first is your ability of preventing toxicity by just showing up. The second is building trust and transparency. And the third is enhancing team performance. Okay, so let's talk about how showing up helps to prevent toxicity. In the absence of strong, visible leadership, teams are left to fill the vacuum with speculation, fear, and frustration. During times of crisis or transition, when uncertainty is high and stakes are even higher, a lack of leadership presence can quietly and rapidly erode a company's culture. Research published in the Journal of Environmental and Public Health found that workplaces without visible, supportive leadership during moments of pressure or change experience significantly more negative interpersonal dynamics. For any of us who have been in these work environments, this should come as no surprise. And it includes activities like gossip, passive aggression, declining morale, increased burnout, and increased conflict. Without a leader to model healthy behaviors, guide priorities, and acknowledge challenges, individuals are more likely to retreat into self-protective behavior, disengage, or even leave the organization entirely. In some cases, this could be the time that an individual on the team starts to see the cracks in the foundation and decides to step in to attempt to steady the ship. These team members often find themselves overwhelmed with additional responsibilities because they're trying to fill the void left open by the absence of leadership. When things get tough, disappearing is the worst thing a leader can do. It sends the message, whether you mean to or not, that the challenges that your team are facing are not worth your time. And guess what? It's that silence that opens the door for toxicity. People start guessing, blaming, and losing trust in one another. You don't have to have all the answers, but you do need to show up. The second benefit of showing up is that it builds trust and transparency with your team. Transparency is all about letting your team know that you're in it with them. When leaders show up both physically and emotionally, they signal that they're not above the struggle. A report from the Center for Creative Leadership confirms that trust is built through consistent, visible, honest communication, and yes, vulnerability as part of this process. Leaders who regularly check in, share updates, and admit what they don't know are more likely to foster psychological safety. This safety can lead to better employee engagement, an increase in idea sharing, and less fear around failure of speaking up. And during tough times, those dynamics can make all the difference. Saying "I don't know yet" builds far more trust than making something up and pretending like you've got it all figured out. Your team does not expect you to be perfect, but they do expect you to be honest. And when they know you're being real with them, they'll rise to meet the moment right alongside you. And finally, the last benefit we'll talk about today is enhanced team performance. A 2022 study found that teams led by adaptive leaders, those who are flexible, communicative, and actively present, showed up to 30% higher productivity levels compared to those led by more transactional or absent leaders. Adaptive leaders who engage in responsive leadership seek team input, flex goals as situations evolve, and lead with empathy and pragmatism. This style of leadership becomes even more powerful in difficult moments because it makes the team part of the solution. When people feel like their voice matters and their contribution is meaningful, performance goes up even when stress levels are high. Being a present leader doesn't mean doing all the work. It means creating space for your team to show up and let them shine. Adaptive leaders ask for input, they adjust their approach, and invite people into the process. That, my friends, is how you get through the hard times and come out stronger on the other side. One closing thought for leaders navigating in challenging times. Don't hide behind your title. Embrace it, show up, and lead out loud. And let your presence be the anchor your team needs as they navigate the storm. If you found today's topic to be helpful, hit like, subscribe, and join me next time on Woman to Woman at Work, where we keep it real together. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you in the next video.